Welcome to the house of pull-ups. I just got back from my vacay, so I've taken a little time off. Don't mind the happy wait, but good to be back. In fact, you know what? I'm just gonna get straight to the comments. It's been a while since I've been on here. Answer what you guys have said. And don't forget, subscribe if you're trying to get your first muscle up. You already know the run-ins. And thank you guys for commenting. All right, so we got a couple comments. I can't even say you guys' names. I'm not even gonna try to butcher it, cause oh my gosh. So I'm just gonna put the comments up right here. Comments will be up here somewhere. Let's go. Awesome video, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. Trying. And then we say, all right, for one arm hangs, can you start using your legs to modify the weight on the ground? Monkey bars is the part for one arm hangs. Yes, actually. Yes. In fact, that's actually an amazing idea if you're trying to get your one arm pull-ups. So hold on, let me try to do this real quick. Let me see. Okay, that's good. All right, so if I'm gonna do a one arm hang, so say you're at the park, this is really good for your one arm pull-ups and also your core. Just being able to hold, see how I got my foot on the floor? Just being able to hold your body square like this is really, really good for your core. And you just pull up, but you use your hand. And you do these. And these are really good for one arm pull-ups. So you could do those as like a warm-up to get, the blood pumping. But those are really, really good, and you just do each arms. You know how that go. But yeah, good question. Those are really, really good for building your one arm strength and your grip strength, because we want our forearms to be popping. So whatever comments I got. Yes, that was a great question. Yes, definitely do those, especially because it's modified. So it's not super duper hard, but it's still hard because it's one arm. That's why we do it. And then somebody put, mainly for me, but for free to use. Okay, they put my workout from the last video in the comments. Appreciate you, because I'm not on point. I'm gonna put a workout in the bio. It's gonna be called Groundwork. So all the beginners, I'm gonna put a whole workout in the bio. So just go down below and check out that workout. That's for you guys, to keep you guys up to date. And then I got Jaka. Hi, dude, just discovered your videos and love the content. Subscribe. Thank you, Jaka. Put your comment right here. I'm trying to improve my pull-ups. Recently, I upgraded to a home gym with my doorway pull-up bar, dip bar, as well as weighted vest. My max pull-ups are around 6 to 7, but those are really clean and controlled. Excellent. Love that you're doing it. Now, for some reason, I cannot get past that number. I'm doing negatives really slow, 3 to 7 seconds. 6 sets a day, and as well as dead hangs for a minute. Excellent. So that means you're strong. Multiple times a day. What should I do to increase the numbers? I have also been doing some sets of 50 to 60% of my max. Last week I did 100% pull-ups in 100 pull-ups in 36 minutes. I was thinking of doing more bicep and hammer curls, maybe farmer carries with dumbbells, but I do not know if that will work. Okay, that is a really, really good question. Hold up. I hope the mic was working. Hold on. That was a really good question from Jaka. All right, so there are two things that are probably happening right now in that whole scenario, because you're doing everything correctly. Your form is good. You're doing slow tempos. You're doing holds, and you can hold for a minute. So that means you're strong, and you can relatively handle your body weight. So what I'm thinking is maybe you could be at a plateau area, meaning you could be actually overtraining. So you might actually need to rest. Rest is extremely important because that's when you grow. So I don't know exactly the situation, but you might need to take like 4 days off, a week off, just to let your body repair itself, come back, and you should be probably doing 10 pull-ups. That could be the first scenario. I'm not sure in your situation. Bicep and farmer carries are good for grip strength, but that's not going to necessarily transfer over into your pull-up strength, nor does weighted vest transfer over. Oh, snap. Oh. Got my light falling. Matter of fact, maybe that was God telling me it does. So bicep curls and farmer carries definitely transfer over into your pull-up strength. So we just gonna say it does. But the other thing that could be happening is something called imbalances. You might be going through muscle imbalances. You need to start working on the opposite muscle. And the opposite muscle of the back is the chest. So not necessarily working on your biceps, but you might want to start working on your push-ups and dips. And that's something that a lot of people don't talk about when they get to plateaus is your body will start to plateau you if you have imbalances so that you don't injure yourself. So let me see. So basically what you want to do is all your pull-ups you want to double. You want to double your pull-ups. So if you're doing 5 pull-ups, that's like about 50% of your max. 5 pull-ups, you want to be doing 10 push-ups. And you do that in sets. So every time you do your pull-ups from now on, you do your 5 pull-ups. Slow and control, you're getting down and you're doubling on the push-ups. Do that for a couple of weeks, you're guaranteed to skyrocket your numbers because it's a superset, but you're supersetting your opposite muscle groups. So definitely do that. Yeah, so you definitely want to double on the push-ups, start working your push-ups strength because you might be weak on your push-up strength, and your pull-ups will start improve because your whole body works as one. It's one unison. It's a clock. Think of a clock. So if part of your body is weak, it's gonna start affecting the stronger parts of your body. You're only as strong as the weakest link. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. See my lighting set up. See, I'm trying to get nice with the production. You know what I'm saying? I'm really trying to make it like super cinematic, like a movie scene. You know, that's the real goal because I'm into cinema. I love movies. So that's the real goal. So yeah, double up on your push-ups. And see, and come back to me and tell me how that works. The next thing I want you guys to start doing is, hold on, let me get the camera a little closer. The next thing I want you guys to start doing is we're gonna start working on our levers because I want you guys to start working on your lower back and your core. So you're gonna be lifting with your lower back and you're gonna be lifting with your core. Do not curdle in. We're gonna lift up with our back and we're gonna lift up with our core. And we're just trying to do a couple sets of these. They're cannonballs, but remember, you're lifting up with your lower back and you're lifting up with your core. Lift. We're training our lats and we're training our core and our lower back because we want everything on the top working as one. So you gotta lift with your lower back. This is gonna come in handy when you start doing your muscle ups. Subscribe if you want to get your muscle ups. See, I'm making y'all do everything so that when the time comes for y'all to do a muscle up, you're gonna fly over the bars. Mr. Miyagi. So do about 10 of these. Lift with your lower back, lift with your core, and lift with your lats. Very important for the levers. And you're gonna lift up. And then as it starts to get easy, as the cannonballs start to get easy, once this gets too easy for you, you just open up your legs. Open up until your legs start to straighten out. And you're doing sets of those. Whew. I'm getting tired already. And that's gonna transfer over into your levers. And we need that because the levers transfer over into extremely straight. I haven't done muscle ups in like a week. Extremely straight muscle ups because you're gonna start learning how to lift with your back. You're gonna start learning how to lift with your glutes. You're gonna start learning how to lift with everything, your whole body in one, which is extremely important for calisthenics, which is what a lot of people don't understand. The beauty of calisthenics is using your whole body in one motion. True athleticism. Another thing I want to talk about is this mother freaking kettlebell. I see people watching that are over 45, 55, 65. All my big dogs, my big boys, yo, get you a kettlebell. Get a kettlebell because a lot of you guys, as we get older, we stop learning how to use our body in one motion. The kettlebell solves that. You know, you got back pain, you got this, you got that, you got that. You might still have your strength. You might still be strong because you're not really old, but you're lacking the coordination. Your body starts to forget how to use itself in one. The kettlebell is gonna solve that. So all my big dogs, start picking up them kettlebells, start working out with the kettlebells. What else did I wanna talk about for today? Let me get here, let me sit down. What else did I wanna talk about? Okay, so you did the levers. Oh, we're gonna do the explosive pull-ups before I get too tired. So, double up on the push-ups, right? That's one. Double up on the push-ups. Let me get a little closer. Double up on the push-ups, right? Do your cannonballs, the levers, because we're gonna start working out our lower backs and our core in one, along with our lats. And now, what we wanna start doing is, we wanna start doing ones, explosive pull-ups. Pull extremely hard, all the way up to the bar. Try to get your chest to the bar. Pull as hard as you can. From a dead position, just pull as hard as you can, because now we're gonna start working on our explosive muscles. And you're just gonna pull up, boom, let go of the bar. Pull as hard as you freaking can, because now we're gonna start working the explosive muscles. The explosive muscles are the 3D muscles, right? The type 2 fibers, there's type 1 fibers, the endurance muscles, and the type 2 fibers. You're gonna start working the explosive muscles. So we're just gonna do one. Just thinking about pulling as hard as you freaking can. This is what's gonna make your muscles get bigger. This is one of the tricks to getting your muscles bigger. You want bigger chest, do clap push-ups, do explosions. So now we're just gonna pull as hard as you can. Hit your checklist, knuckles, core, scapula, boom, one, that's it. Pull as hard as you can. Try to do like a set of 10. You're gonna feel it by the time you get to like 5, because you're pulling as hard as you can. Pull as hard as you freaking can with your body weight. Those are excellent. So we're doubling up on our push-ups. Everything that you do with your pull-ups, make sure you double on your push-ups. You're doing 100 pull-ups in 36 minutes, you better be doing 200 pull-ups right behind that. And we're just pulling. Boom. That chest to the bar, pull as hard as you can. You see, I pulled a little slow on that one. And I think that's it. For today, for all the lessons. Because all we're really trying to do is we're trying to refine everything. It's all gonna come back down to the same things over and over again, because we're mastering it, So it's gonna be very repetitive. So I'm just keeping you guys in check. Because if anybody's telling you to do all these 50,000, no. It's all coming back down to the pull-ups. The hangs, the one arms, everything is coming back to the pull-ups, because we're refining it. We're becoming masters of our art. And that's it. One arm hangs, and that's it. So thank you guys for rocking with me. Thank you guys for stopping by today in the house of pull-ups. I'm gonna get back to it. I'm gonna start getting back into shape. I'm about to go into bulking season, so I will be getting bigger. I will be doing a lot of legs this winter. And thank you guys for rocking with me. God bless y'all. Love yours. Make sure you tell everybody you love them. God knows the time and the hour. And we don't know how long we're here, so try to make it worth it. Peace.